Every time Drew Commesso plays a solid game for the Blackhawks, the conversation kicks up again. When is it time to give him the backup job to Spencer Knight and move on from Arvid Söderblom? You said it. We're, 106 games into his career?
106 games, yes.
We know what he is. I know they don't want him to get claimed on waivers. I'm not overly concerned with it. But I'm ready to give the kid a look, man. I'm ready to give him an extended look, and maybe it's the end of the season you could do it. Maybe you find an excuse. Maybe you invent an injury. I don't know. But I think Drew Commesso has done a really good job of being patient, biding his time, heading to Rockford with a smile on his face, waiting for his opportunity, and I think he has earned the opportunity for an extended look in the NHL.
I 100% agree. He was drafted in the second round, and he's in year 3 in Rockford. At some point, you have to say, okay, let's see what you could do at the NHL level. If it wasn't for illness, he probably wouldn't have played in the NHL this year. Yeah. But he got thrown in a tough situation back in January. He wasn't very good in that Capitals game. But, he went from morning skate in Rockford to coming to Chicago and back up Arvid. 20 minutes before game time, guess what? You're playing tonight. So, of course, that wasn't great. But he followed up the very next night with that shutout in Nashville and was very good tonight. Called up again because Spencer Knight was sick. Thought it was just going to be to back up Arvid last night, but you got to start tonight. At least today you got to prepare for it. And, Arvid Söderblom, good kid, works his ass off. Yeah. It's just not there. He's taken a step back. Last year, we were like, oh, okay. He went, the 23-24 season, he was literally one of the worst goalies in the league, statistically. And he bounced back. He had, those numbers have dropped. His save percentage has gone down 22 points from last year. His goals against average is over a half a goal more a game. He gives up 3.5 goals a game in his career. Yeah. It's too many.
And we have a very limited sample size with Drew Commesso, so acknowledging that. But in his 5 NHL games, he's a 261 goals against and a 900 save percentage.
And his AHL numbers aren't great, but I always take goaltending numbers in the AHL with a grain of salt.
100%.
Because he's playing behind AHL defenses. He's playing behind, he gets a lot of high danger shots thrown his way. He's playing for a very offensively challenged Rockford IceHogs team that he knows if he gives up more than one, he's probably losing, and that makes the goalie play a little out of their comfort zone. So take those with a grain of salt. What you want out of a goaltender in the AHL is he improving his mechanics? Is he playing, better within the crease? Is he learning? Is he becoming a better goaltender regardless of what the stats say? So,
and you look at his season last year in Rockford when he's got Allen, Korchinski, Levshinov, right? He's got Del Mastro there for most of the year.
He came back. When he came back from that ankle injury in early February, the IceHogs don't make the playoffs without Commesso, and they almost knocked off the Milwaukee Admirals single-handedly because of what Drew Commesso did.
Yeah.
He was fantastic, and then this year it hasn't been great. All that put aside, I've seen enough of Arvid Söderblom.
That's it. You got to answer the question about Commesso.
Yeah, exactly. We know what Söderblom is. He's a below-average backup goaltender. Yeah. That's what he is.
And if Commesso can be a average to above-average backup, great. At least you can put a guy in there that you can trust that can steal you a game now and again.
Next season, you want to be sniffing. You want to be, at this point of the season, sniffing a wild card spot. You want to be what the Sharks are this year, what the Blue Jackets are this year, playing meaningful games.
Yeah.
You won't be doing that with a backup goalie that gives up 3.5 goals a game.
No, you won't.
So if you want next year to mean more, I think you have to give Commesso the keys to the backup position and let him be an NHL goaltender. Well, and then see what you got, because you got Guyan coming up. He's still 2-3 years away.
He's a ways away.
But you have to figure out where, just like we've talked many times about Korchinski, you have to figure out what he is. It's time to figure out. He's done with the AHL as far as I'm concerned, as far as where he can go. He's been there 3 full seasons. It's time. He's earned the right to be the backup next year. Maybe that's an open job in camp. Maybe the Hawks try and move Soderblom. I don't know who's begging for that.
Nobody.
Maybe they loan him to a Swedish team next year. I don't know. I don't care. Just time to move on from that position and let Commesso get his shot at backing up Spencer Knight.